So I think that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will not only have a trailer at Gamescom, but it will have a trailer with an announcement that it's coming to Xbox. There's two reasons why I think this could be the case. And I know, oh my gosh, Final Fantasy VII on Xbox? No, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. But here's the thing. Here is a list of all the developers that are going to be at Gamescom, right? You have Xbox, Nintendo, Amazon Games, Bandai Namco, Sega, Bethesda, all these people. If you notice here, there's no Square Enix, right? Oh, how's Square Enix going to have Final Fantasy at Gamescom if they're not even going to show up? Well, I came across this article and it says Square Enix is changing the concept again and cooperating with, among other things, unspecified companies. First party to make a selection of our upcoming titles accessible to visitors, as stated on request. First party should primarily mean Nintendo and or Microsoft Xbox, because Sony PlayStation will not be having its own booth at the Gamescom site, so Sony won't really be there. That leaves Xbox and Nintendo. And we know that Nintendo and Square Enix are probably going to be doing something together since they got Super Mario RPG coming back out. They're doing a re-release with that. And then you have things like Star Ocean Second Story, Dragon Quest Monsters. So the only game here that's really going to be playable for Xbox is going to be Infinity Strash Dragon Quest, which comes out at the end of September. So what I think would be cool and what I think might actually happen, since Ever Crisis is right around the corner, and I just made a whole video talking about how we're going to probably see Sid, Kate Sith, and all of them before we get to see them in Rebirth. This is their only chance to show us what they would look like and introduce them properly in Rebirth via trailer. And at the end of the trailer, I believe, strongly believe that they could possibly announce that it's coming to Xbox as well. And the reason why I think this is going to happen is because just recently, Final Fantasy Fan Fest, Phil Spencer and Yoshi P just came out together and said that Final Fantasy XIV, among other projects, are going to be making their way to the Xbox. And this was also announced with the new CEO of Square Enix. They said that they are planning to work together with Xbox and bring more of their titles over. Really, the only titles we don't have on Xbox is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth or Remake and 14 and 16 as far as like Final Fantasy mainline stuff goes. We have all the other stuff and Pixel Remaster. We don't have Pixel Remaster yet, which is kind of crazy. I hope to see that get released on Xbox. So that's pretty much it. I just personally think that toward the end or whenever Square Enix has their little thing going on, like I said, there's not gonna be any playable stuff there besides these three titles: Infinity Strash, Star Ocean, and Dragon Quest Monsters. But I believe there will be a trailer during the Xbox thing, possibly, hopefully, fingers crossed, and we will not only get a Rebirth trailer for Vincent and Sid and Kate Sith, Ketchi, and see them, we might possibly get a release date for Xbox. And maybe if you want to keep going even further, we might even get an announcement that Remake is coming to Xbox, which would be massive and huge. Just keep an eye out during all this, during Gamescom, because during Xbox, I personally think this could very well happen. It's the only chance to do anything before they spoil or ruin the announcement and showcase of Kate Sith and Vincent and Sid. So they have to do something at Gamescom. There's no other options unless they just randomly drop a trailer before Ever Crisis comes out, which is kind of random. Like I said, Square Enix won't be there in full. They'll have a booth for 3 playable games, and they might have some stuff going on with Nintendo, probably show some stuff off for Super Mario RPG. And then for Xbox, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get a Pixel Remaster at some point. 16, I know, is about a year out until it's unexclusivized. Is that a word? I don't know. And then 14 also comes out next year. So I think their next step has to be to bring Final Fantasy VII Remake Trilogy to the Xbox. And I think now is the time to announce it, since Sony's not going to be there at Gamescom proper. So yeah, if you like these little updates on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Ever Crisis and stuff like that, be sure to like, subscribe. I'll be covering as much of that as I can. Also, we'll be playing and covering Sea of Stars and a few other games as well in the near future. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening to me just talk about random stuff, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.